Hello everyone, my name is Taryn Mayo and I'm a nurse anesthetist at Morton Plant Meats Hospital. It's so exciting that you guys are coming to the end of nursing school and starting to think about specialties. I think it's a great idea that your teacher had different nurses put together videos to tell you a little bit more about some of the different specialties. My presentation is mostly about what it took for me to get to where I am today, all the school and different decisions that I've made, and I hope it helps you guys decide. When I first went to school, I started off at Valencia College. This is where I got my AA degree and took a class called New Student Experiences. In this class, I had to write a paper called a purpose paper, where I realized that I believe the purpose of my life is to improve the lives of other people. I am fulfilling my purpose in my job and in my own personal life. In my job, because the work that I do helps give people a better quality of life. The procedures and surgeries that they are getting are things that they need to make their lives easier. In my new student experience class, I also took a series of quizzes on something called Strengths Quest. This is how I learned that my top strength is competition, which has helped me get into the nursing program, helped me with work, getting the jobs that I wanted. My second strength was focus. Being focused is a big part of my job. I'm responsible for people's lives, and that takes a great deal of focus. I'm futuristic, which also ties in with my purpose because I think about how good other people's lives can be once they've had their surgery or their procedure. Adaptability. Any job in a hospital, you have to be adaptable and flexible. And then my last strength was achiever. And I love helping people and getting things done. In this new student experience class, I was also assigned to interview someone in the profession that I would like to go into. I already had a family friend who was a nurse anesthetist, and I'd actually previously shadowed her and watched an open heart surgery, so I was happy to do this assignment. In the interview, I learned two very important things. One, that this is a great profession to go into if you plan to have a family because the hours are flexible. She also said that you have to have sort of an easygoing personality. She said the surgeons are under lots of stress and sometimes can be a bit rude, but that's easy to handle if you're prepared for it. After receiving my AA in General Studies from Valencia, I moved on to the nursing program at USF in Tampa. After 2 years of nursing school and a very hard certification test, I got a job at Morton Plant Meats Hospital in Oldsmar, Florida, where I worked in the ICU. I already knew what I wanted my specialty to be at this point, and I knew that the anesthesiology program would be looking for nurses who had worked in the ICU. After 2 years of working at Morton Plant, I was able to reapply to USF to their nurse anesthesiology program. At this point, I was in a better financial situation, so I did not receive financial aid, but I did take out student loans and apply for scholarships to help me pay for school. After 2.5 more years of school, I became a registered certified nurse anesthetist and was lucky enough to know enough people at Morton Plant to be able to get a job right out of school. I love my job. I love coming in and having different patients every day. I love taking care of the patients, making quick decisions about medications, evaluating patients, and coming up with the best possible plan for each one. I have to take into account allergies and previous procedures that they've had and what kind of anesthetics they've been on before. I love being in surgeries and watching them. My job requires me to be able to think fast. I have to make sure that if the patient's not supposed to be breathing, they're not breathing on their own. I have to make sure that their heart rates don't drop too low, and this requires me to be constantly paying attention and administering different drugs. Hello, I hope at least some of that information was helpful to you, whether it helped you realize that anesthesiology is something you would like to pursue, or maybe it helped you realize it's something you're not interested in. I wish you all the best of luck in your careers and in your futures. And if anyone has any other questions for me or is interested in maybe shadowing and sitting in on a surgery to find out more about the job and if it's something you would like to do, I will make sure your teacher has all of my information, and don't hesitate to call or email and we'll set something up.
Thank you.